Japan has nearly 100,000 people over the age of 100. And the stunning part isn't just that they're alive, it's that so many are still bending, kneeling, and getting up off the floor without a second thought. They've been doing a handful of simple exercises for decades that most of us were never taught. Here's the thing about your back pain. You spend most of your day sitting, and sitting slowly crushes your spine down on itself. The discs between your bones get squeezed, the muscles around them lock up to protect you, and your pelvis gets pulled out of its natural position. So you reach for a heating pad, a pill, maybe you rest it for a few days, and it feels a little better until you sit back down and the whole thing starts over. You've been managing the pain instead of undoing what's actually causing it. What the Japanese figured out generations ago is that you can undo a lot of that with gentle daily movement that creates space in the spine and teaches your body to hold itself upright again. These 6 exercises do exactly that. Some of them will look strange to you. Stick with me because the strange-looking ones are usually the ones doing the most work. One quick thing before we start, and it's important. If you ever have numbness in the saddle area between your legs, if you lose control of your bladder or bowels, or if a leg suddenly goes weak on you, don't do these. See a doctor today because that's a small group of cases that need real medical attention. For everyone else, the stiffness, the aching, the back that seizes up when you stand from a chair, these 6 are for you. The first one is the oldest, and it's the strangest looking of the bunch. It's called the goldfish exercise, or Kingyo Undo in Japanese, and it was created by a man named Katsuzo Nishi, an Aikido master who built an entire health system around natural movement almost 90 years ago. The whole idea is to wiggle your spine gently from side to side like a fish swimming, which creates a tiny wave of movement up your back that decompresses the vertebrae and loosens the muscles that have clamped down around your sore spot. Here's how you do it. Lie flat on your back on the floor, straighten your legs, and pull your toes back toward your face so your feet are flexed. Lace your fingers together and rest them behind your neck at the base of your skull. Now stay relaxed and gently start to sway your body side to side, letting the motion ripple from your feet up through your hips and into your spine. Keep it small and smooth. You're not thrashing around, you're vibrating gently like a fish gliding through water. Do this for 2 to 3 minutes. You should feel a loosening through your whole back and a gentle rocking that almost lulls you. If anything pinches, you're going too big, so make the motion smaller. If your low back feels too tight to do this with straight legs, bend your knees and keep your feet flat on the floor and let the sway travel up from there. The second one went viral a few years back, and for good reason, because it works and it takes almost no effort. It's the Fukutsuji towel method, named after Dr. Toshiki Fukutsuji, a Japanese specialist in the back and pelvis. It's what we'd call passive decompression. You let gravity and a rolled towel do the work of gently opening up the lower back that sitting has been crushing all day, and it nudges your pelvis back toward its natural position at the same time. Take a bath towel and roll it up tight into a firm log about 4 inches thick, and tie it in a couple of spots so it holds its shape. Sit down on the floor with the towel behind you lined up sideways to your spine. Slowly lie back over it so the towel sits under your lower back, roughly level with your belly button. Let your feet fall shoulder width apart and turn them in so your big toes touch. Reach your arms straight overhead on the floor, palms down, and touch your pinky fingers together. Now just breathe and hold that position. You'll feel a real stretch open across your low back. It can feel intense, but it should never feel like sharp pain. Start with just 1 or 2 minutes and build up toward 5 over a couple of weeks. When your time's up, don't jump up. Roll gently onto your side first. Slide the towel out, and then push yourself up slowly. One caution here. If lying on the roll sends pain shooting down your leg, slide the towel a little lower or stop for the day, and start with a thinner, softer roll. The third one is another gift from that same Nishi health system, and it's the one your legs will thank you for. It's called the capillary exercise, Mokan Undo, and it's beautifully simple. You put your arms and legs up in the air and gently shake them. That's it. What it does is drain the pressure and the sluggish, stagnant circulation that pool in your low back and legs when you're upright all day. Better blood flow means less inflammation around the irritated tissue, and letting your legs hang up in the air lets your low back finally sink down and let go. Lie on your back and raise both arms and both legs straight up toward the ceiling, keeping a soft bend in your knees so you're not locking them out. Now gently shake and vibrate your arms and legs for 1 to 2 minutes. Keep it loose and easy like you're shaking water off your hands and feet. You'll feel a light tingle and warmth build in your legs, and you'll feel your low back settle and flatten into the floor underneath you. When you're done, you can lower your legs up against a wall and just rest there for another minute. If holding your legs up is too much, skip the shaking and simply rest your legs up the wall or work one leg at a time. Now, before I show you the fourth exercise, let me stop for a second because this matters. If you're dealing with constant aches, stiff joints, and a body that just doesn't move the way it used to, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not stuck with it. Most people assume this is simply what happens as the years pile up, and that is flat out not true. That's exactly why I put together Reboot Your Body. It's a 30-day step-by-step program that rebuilds your mobility and strength one piece at a time, so you can get through your day without that constant aching, bend down and play with your kids or grandkids without bracing for it, and trust your own body again. Imagine waking up tomorrow and getting out of bed without that first stab of morning stiffness. If you want it, the link is right there in the description. All right, let's get back to it. The fourth exercise comes from a family of Japanese stretches called Makoho, a gentle system built to open up the body through slow, breath-led stretching. For your back, the one that matters most is the forward fold, because it lengthens the entire back line of your body, the hamstrings, the glutes, and the low back all at once. And here's why that fixes back pain. When the backs of your legs are tight, they pull down on your pelvis and force your low back to take the strain all day. Loosen that chain and your spine finally gets to relax. Sit on the floor with your legs straight out in front of you and your feet flexed, toes pointing up. Sit up tall first, growing long through the top of your head. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, hinge forward from your hips, reaching your hands toward your feet, going only as far as feels comfortable. This is the key. You don't yank yourself down and you don't round your back to grab your toes. You let each slow exhale carry you a tiny bit deeper, hinging from the hips with your chest staying long. Hold there for 30 to 60 seconds, breathing slowly the whole time. You should feel a broad, gentle stretch down the backs of your legs and into your low back, and it should feel like a release, never a sharp pull. If it pinches your low back or sends any pain down your leg, ease off right away. Bend your knees a little, sit up on a folded cushion to tilt your hips forward, or loop a towel around your feet and hold the ends so you can keep your chest tall. The fifth exercise uses a position the Japanese have prized for centuries for building a tall, strong spine. It's called Seiza, the traditional kneeling posture used in everything from tea ceremony to martial arts. We're going to use it in two ways. First, to reset the slumped, collapsed posture that's feeding your back pain, and then to open the tight hip flexors that are quietly making it worse. Kneel down on the floor and sit back onto your heels. Pad your knees with a folded towel if they're tender. Now stack yourself tall, like a string is pulling the crown of your head toward the ceiling, shoulders stacked over hips, chest open. Just breathe here for 30 to 60 seconds and feel your spine remember what upright is supposed to feel like. This alone retrains the posture that hours of slouching have erased. Then, if it feels okay, place your hands on the floor behind you and gently lean back a few inches. You'll feel a stretch open across the front of your thighs and hips. This is the part most people skip, and it's the part that matters because sitting all day leaves those hip flexors short and tight. And short hip flexors yank your pelvis forward and jam your lower back into a painful arch. Only lean as far as is comfortable and never force it. If kneeling is hard on your knees or ankles, slide a cushion between your seat and your heels to take the pressure off, and skip the lean back until you've built up to it. The sixth exercise looks like you're doing nothing at all, and it might be the most important one of the whole group. It's tanden breathing, sometimes called hara breathing, the deep belly breathing practiced in Zen and in Japanese martial arts. You breathe from your center, the spot a couple of inches below your navel. Here's why this fixes back pain when nothing else has. Proper deep breathing switches on the deep core muscles that wrap around your spine like a built-in corset and hold it steady. Most people breathe shallow up in the chest, and those deep muscles go quiet and weak. On top of that, slow breathing calms the nervous system that ramps up your pain and keeps your back muscles clenched and guarded. This is the glue that holds the other 5 together. Lie down or sit up tall and rest one hand on your belly just below your navel. Breathe in slowly through your nose and send that breath down into your hand so your belly gently rises while your chest stays quiet. Then breathe out slowly and completely, and as you do, feel the deep wall of your stomach draw gently inward and firm up, like it's supporting your spine from the inside. Do 8 to 10 of these slow breaths. You'll feel your belly rise and fall, your low back settle, and your whole body downshift into calm. The only mistake is breathing up into your chest and letting your shoulders rise. Keep it low and slow, all the way down in your center. All right, now let me show you how to string these 6 together into a routine that takes about 15 to 20 minutes. Start on your back with the goldfish exercise for 2 to 3 minutes to loosen and decompress the spine. Then go straight into the capillary exercise, 1 to 2 minutes of gentle shaking with your arms and legs up to drain the pressure out. Next, lie back over your towel roll for the Fukutsuji decompression, starting with a couple of minutes and building toward 5. Then sit up for the Makoho forward fold, 30 to 60 seconds of slow breath-led stretching. Move into Seiza next, holding tall for a minute and then adding the gentle lean back to open the hips. And finish with 8 to 10 slow Tannen breaths to switch on your deep core and calm everything down. Do this once a day, or at the very least 4 or 5 days a week. Movement is the medicine here, not another pill and not another week of waiting for it to fix itself. Give it a couple of weeks of daily practice, and most people notice the morning stiffness fading first, then the back feeling looser and quieter through the whole day. Your spine wants to decompress and stand tall again. You just have to give it the chance, a little bit every day. So don't save this for later and forget about it. Lie down on the floor right now and do 1 minute of the goldfish exercise and feel how much lighter your back feels afterward. And if you want the full step-by-step plan that builds on these movements and rebuilds your whole body over 30 days, that's exactly what Reboot Your Body was made for, and the link is waiting for you below. Otherwise, subscribe and stick around because the next one is going to help you just as much.